Welcome to Get Moxie, the lifestyle talk show, where we'll be delivering invigorating and solution-focused conversations which will cause your life to be your best life. Welcome your host and lovely life coach, Miss Nellie B., and the Moxie gent himself, Mr. Eli Isabel. So get ready to enjoy your life, but do it right, because it's time to get Moxie.
Welcome back to Get Moxie, your lifestyle talk show. I am your host, Coach Nellie B. I'm here today again with my Moxie gent himself, the co-host.
I'm Eli Isabel, and today we have a great show for you. We have a fantastic group of people that will be joining us as we talk about
the art of seduction. Today we are talking about the art of seduction in relationships, and we have a wonderful, like Eli said, a wonderful panel of women here who are willing to share with the men what it is that we do and don't like. And Eli is here to represent the man all by himself, but we're going to take it easy on him, y'all. We're going to take it easy.
Bring It. I'm ready. So it's all good. Don't worry. How about we have the ladies introduce themselves, and we'll start here to my left.
Hello, I'm Marlena.
I'm Alfie.
I'm Tammy.
I'm Lynette.
Dana.
Alanette.
Shay.
Fantastic.
Thank you
you
guys
all
for joining us.
Thank you all for joining us.
Yes, yes. So I really wanted to bring this topic to your lap of TV 28. Because we want to talk to all the women and all the men out there about relationships, because that's something I think we've all been involved in one time or another, or currently in right now. And seduction is very important, especially to the women in relationships. So we have a whole panel of women, because we want to share our thoughts, our concerns, our likes and dislikes to all of you all. So we want to start the show off today with kind of just what seduction is. What does seduction mean to you? Anybody have any thoughts on that? What does seduction mean to you?
The way the man expresses himself, rather it's through words or his body.
Okay.
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 All right.
Somebody else?
That's good.
I would
All
think
right.
of it as the aggressiveness of a male as well. If he is able to tell you what he wants and take authority over it, then a woman is willing to be submissive to that. So he needs to be aggressive, in my opinion.
Fellas, please pay attention. This is good stuff. So I advise you all to pay attention. I don't think you're going to ever get women being this honest and this upfront again, so please.
Without
Thank you.
nagging. Let's add it.
Right.
Without nagging. There you go.
So here it is right here. I'm sorry, carry on.
I think one thing with seduction is just the art of someone being able to pull you in.
Yes.
Just from the first time you meet them, the way that they draw you to them, and then the ability for them to keep you interested. Because a lot of times, after the first time, it goes away.
Right.
So,
Exactly. So chemistry.
Yeah.
yes.
So do you ladies have a theory on how come the seduction may be there initially and then it fades? You have a theory about why that may happen? Anyone?
I think, to say honestly, it's the honeymoon phase. The honeymoon phase, they do everything they have to get you, but then after they get you, the seduction and everything else is gone. I mean, that's just my opinion.
It
I mean, I don't know.
slowly disappears, it seems like.
It disappears.
Yes.
I think it's based on the shallow, and I'm absolutely in touch with my shallow. So, if I like what you look like and I decide that, okay, I would like to add you to the list of people that I would like to add you to, then that's what I do. And then the minute if I'm no longer interested, there's no foundation there.
Okay.
So it's like it's an instant thing, and then, once it's done, nothing else got you to that point. So, it's over. So you got instantly seduced. But it's like I had a pastor, but tell me, not in that way, not in that way. No, I've been to
What church is
what I'm
that?
saying. No. So I had a pastor say, the faster you get into something, the faster you come out of it, and that's
Wow,
why
yeah.
sometimes you got to walk slow,
Right.
so that you build a foundation. So I think that's what it
good
is
stuff.
sometimes too.
I think
Wow.
something that's important to remember too, that seduction is more than just, like you said, the physicality. And I think that's where a lot of us do lack the insight to that, males and females alike. Yes, seduction is just the ability to entice or to, pull someone into or engage that person. And in relationships, it's important to realize that you need to entice more and seduce more than just the physicalities. Like you said, the foundation, it has to be there too. And even with the foundation, whatever you've done to build that foundation to entice that person to want to build that. You have to keep doing that to keep that going.
Absolutely.
So let me get in here. So let me say this: Do women? I know men are the initial pursuers, and we're coming after you if we're interested. We're trying to
Not
get your
all the
phone
time,
number.
no.
Not all the time. The majority of the time, it's safe to say that men pursue. Correct?
Not
No.
anymore.
No.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, can I still?
You introduce yourselves to us, but that's about
Right.
it.
Can I still? Can I have a question still though?
Well,
Because this is educational for me. I want to know some
I
things.
think what you're referring to is gender specific. Society says men are supposed to pursue the
should.
women.
Okay,
so
right.
it's gender specific, but that's changed.
So let's
It's a different day now, definitely. So here's my question.
Let's pretend.
What role do women play in the seduction maybe decreasing? Like when you meet a man, what is there any responsibility that falls on a woman that it may not be as strong as it was? Because we seem to always take the hit for when things are, well, you don't do what you used to do, or so what role do women play in that?
Absolutely.
Go ahead,
After
You know,
women
go.
get comfortable, and because they think, okay, we have the man now, so they don't do the same or whatever they did in the beginning to keep that man.
Right.
So I think women do get comfortable, and
The creativity is gone.
I think it goes both ways.
Absolutely, yeah.
It goes both ways, definitely. Both parties have to continue to keep things interesting. But as women, especially not to stereotype, but we all know, black women, we go to bed with the scarves on our head. We don't want to mess up that new hairstyle that we just got done. We don't take the time to wear the lingerie like we should. We come to bed with just the t-shirt. I'm guilty of that too. And it doesn't have to be just a special occasion to wear lingerie, his birthday or Christmas or because he paid your cell phone bill that day or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, hey, some people, the minor little things mean the most to them, and some, so I think it's just, we have to take the time to really give that extra oomph, and it doesn't have to just be on a special occasion.
I want to say to what you just said about paying the cell phone bill. A lot of us laughed. There's a book written by Mr. Gary Chapman about the 5 love languages. Anybody ever read that or heard that? It's awesome. It's a book about 5 different kind of love languages. I can't remember all of them, but one is like acts of services, one is affection, one is it's a number of them. But like you said, paying the cell phone bill. For some women, their specific love language is an act of service. So meaning, if the husband comes home or the significant other comes home and he takes the trash out, to her that's seducing. To her, that's saying, wow, you looked out for me, you did something for me, you helped me out, you made my day a little bit easier because you took the trash out without me having to say it. So now she's more enticed.
Right.
So is it that simple sometimes?
It can be.
If
Sometimes
you're
as
married,
a woman,
baby.
it can be.
After you've done all the other things, of course.
If you're married.
Right.
It can vary, yes, but I think it's also before we can actually start giving more, we have to understand what is it that we really need. Because in relationships, I think a lot of women and men, but primarily more women, because we talked about it, is your list keeping you single? On one of the earlier shows, we really don't understand what we need. I mean, because we work off the superficial. He's tall, dark-skinned, and bow-legged. I've been delivering. Y'all pray for me. But now I've grown to understand I need more than tall, dark-skinned, and bow-legged. So when I come to really understand my needs, now I'm more enticed when I see that he can come in and cook a meal for me when I'm coming off of work late. That's enticing to me. I'm gonna come home and give you what you want. Just saying. So we have to know what it is that we really need. What is your love language? And that's something I think it's important to know.
And it has to be communicated.
Absolutely.
You can't expect a person to know what you want. You have to speak
right.
it, but it's also a way to do it. Like we mentioned, nagging.
Right.
Because we all have feelings. So we have to be sensitive on how we approach it when we need to communicate what our needs are. You know what I mean? And it's hard because we get into that stage of comfortability and we don't think about, okay, if I tell my partner he's lacking in bed or he tells me I'm lacking, it's a way to do it.
Right.
You have to be sensitive on how you go about that because we all still have feelings and we all have egos. At the end of the day, whether you're married for 25 years, we all feel like, okay, we want to feel like we still got it.
Right.
So.
And as a lone man on this set, I can definitely say that it is how you address us and how you communicate to us. Because it could go from you trying to give us something that will improve our relationships. Now I'm mad at you.
Right.
Oh, I don't please you anymore. So it really is all in the wording and how you tell us that we're not pleasing you, maybe.
Do we tell you that?
How do you tell us that?
How do we
Yes.
tell you?
Well, you know what? I think you
How
have.
would you like us
Yes.
to taste?
Well,
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yes.
The question was how do women tell men this stuff? And you said something on the radio show when we did a couple of shows ago. You said something about how much men can process. Can you talk on that
yeah.
too?
So one of the things I said that women, ladies always give us so much at one time. And you can give us 10 things and we're probably going to only process 1 or 2 of those at that time. And then you come back, well, I told you this, I told you that. Well, that was too much. We are simple. We process things as we go along. You can't give us 8, 9, 10 things to remember or that you want us to do or that you need me to fulfill in this relationship. Let me get these 2 squared away, and then we'll work on the next 2. But if we just get bombarded with stuff and we're on overload, because keep in mind, if you're a man and you have a family and you're working every day to take care of your family, you're already dealing with the outside world. Now you come home, that's 100 things you're dealing with. Now I come home, you're adding 20 other things to my plate about what I'm not doing correctly. Encourage me on the things I'm doing well, and then help me work through these couple of things at a time. And eventually I'll give you what you need, and hopefully I can please you in the way that you want to be pleased. But I know it may sound like an excuse, but I'm just telling you the
But
truth.
my question, how much time do you need in order for you to be able to do those 2 things?
Still didn't get an answer.
Yeah, it is a case by case. I can't speak for every guy.
I still don't know how to tell you.
I can't speak. Well, okay, you said how do we tell you?
Yes, like-
You have to know your man. But for me, for example, I'm a talker and I'm a listener. So you can put me to the side and say, hey, I'm not happy with the way things are in this area, or I haven't been pleased in bed for a few months. And we can talk about that. And you tell me, hey, I like it when you do this. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to start doing that. But if I don't know you like this and you tell me, then we can handle that. But if I don't know and you don't tell me, then you're still going to be frustrated. Things are still going to be messed up.
So how you talk to them is by getting with someone who's a therapist. Get a male therapist.
There you go.
Yeah.
That might be it.
Well, the key is, I think the key is what they say, I statements.
Right.
You know, not so much you suck at this, that, and the third. It's saying that, I like when you grab my butt, when we having sex.
Right.
Or I like when you smack me a little bit, or I like when you gently choke me a little bit. Don't kill me, but gently. Y'all can tell I like it rough, right?
Bring me to the brink of death. Don't kill me, but just to the brink of death.
But I like it a little rough, but I think it's just it's just saying that what you like. I like when you do this versus what you weren't doing a good job last night when you didn't slap hard enough. So I think it's all in the wording.
And because